I'm a 26-year-old millionaire who has wasted over $65,000 on vehicle expenses in the last 2 years alone, and I'm here to give you some advice so that you don't make the same mistake and so that you don't waste your money on vehicles like everyone else is doing right now. Look, vehicles and their expenses can be one of the biggest scams in the entire world, but if you know what you're doing and you know how to play the game, then you can do it properly without throwing away all your hard-earned money to a bunch of banks. Step number one, don't buy a new car. A new car loses about 10 to 20% of its value the second you drive it off the lot, and it loses about 60% of its overall value within the first 5 years. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't know of any investment that I would ever put my money into that loses me 60% of it within 5 years. Step number two, just because you can afford to make the payments doesn't mean that you can afford the vehicle. If you can't buy the car in cash, then don't buy it at all. By financing a vehicle, especially on high interest rates, you're just offering up more of your hard-earned money to the banks when you don't need to be. Save up money, buy a vehicle in cash. If you have to finance your first car, okay, I get it. Not everyone's gonna have the money to buy a vehicle in cash, but that should be the only car that you ever finance. Step number three is do your research on the car that you're buying. Always get a Carfax report. Always look up potential issues or recalls with the vehicle. Always do your research on the car brand itself, and always buy from a reliable brand. Think, Toyota or Honda, instead of going with some other vehicle that's gonna have a ton of problems and cost you way more money down the road. Step number four is maintain your vehicle and budget for an emergency. Okay, always get proper maintenance throughout the life of your car, so that way you reduce the risk of something significant happening to it. But at the same time, always keep an emergency fund so that if something significant does happen, you're not left hanging without a vehicle, and you can afford to pay for the repairs because you prepared for this moment to come, instead of having to panic last minute and potentially overpay for something or use a credit card or whatever. You should always have an emergency fund and a plan made ahead of time before something like this happens.